So today I am filming a how-to eyebrow tutorial. I'm going to take you step by step through everything that I do to create the perfect brow for me personally, and I'm going to give you a couple options on how you can create your own perfect brow. So if you want to learn how to create something like this, then just keep watching, guys. Bye. First, you're going to want to, if you have really crazy eyebrows, you're going to want a brow wax, and I have two options for you. I have Milani makes a version, and it is, well, it doesn't want to pick it up because it's so shiny, but Milani has a version. It's right here, and I want to say theirs is like $5 maybe. So I have that one, and then Anastasia Beverly Hills also has one too, and it is pretty much the same thing. They look the same. I don't really notice any difference, to be completely honest. It really just depends on what you're going for. The reason why I have the Anastasia one is because I bought a bunch of Anastasia products and I got it for free, and I bought the Milani one to try out so that I could let you know if it was just as good, and I do think it is just as good. So if you don't want to spend the extra money on the Anastasia version, go with the Milani version. Alright, so these are my naked brows, and you can see I do have some sparse areas, but we are going to fix that. And to start, we're going to use the brow wax just to kind of shape the hairs into place. So I have a couple different alternatives for pencil eyebrows. Obviously my favorite is the Anastasia Brow Wiz, which has the pencil on one end and the spoolie on the other. I think what makes hers 100 times better than anybody else's in general is her spoolie is amazing. I don't know why it's so different, but it beats all the other ones that I have in my collection, and the pencil is so thin and it's light. And a lot of people complain because they don't understand why it doesn't draw on a very thick line. That's because it's made so that it can draw on hair-like markings. So instead of just drawing a big thick line across your brow, this is going to give you a more natural look. And then as far as drugstore alternatives, Jordana, they sell these at like Walgreens and CVS maybe, and they're like $2. I have one in taupe, and then Rimmel also sells one, and they both have the little like cap style, but I'm gonna use the Anastasia one. And if you like a more just minimal brow, you don't want a lot going on, just do like a pencil, and that's what I do when I'm just kind of in a hurry and I don't have a lot of time to, you know, really sculpt out my brows, but I want them to at least be put together. I just use my pencil, and then if I want it to be more dramatic, I go over it with a couple other products. So we'll start off with this. Alright, so we're going to take the pencil and we are just going to create a line underneath of our brow. That's the best way to start. And I also wanted to mention that if you have kind of sparse brows like I do, in that area right there, I don't have a lot of brow hair, and so I have to work really hard to make sure I fill that in really good to create the look of hair. So that's really important too, is making it look natural. But I'm going to kind of just flick my pencil over that area, that way I can kind of create those fake hairs. And we're just gonna do the little flicks all over the eyebrow, and then when we get to the front, I just like to flick it straight up and down as opposed to sideways to create the natural hair flow like I already have. And once you think you've got it down, you can go on to the next stage. So you could stop there, or you could continue on to make them more bold. I like to use the Dip Brow Pomade from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This shade here is the blonde shade, but I'm actually going to use the taupe shade. I like it because it has more of an ashy color. And I'm going to use a flat eyeliner brush. You could also use an angled eyeliner brush as well, just depending on your preference. But I prefer the flat brush. Then I'm just going to dip my brush into the pomade and kind of smush it into the lid to get all the excess off. And I'm going to repeat pretty much the same exact steps that I did with the pencil with the pomade. This is just going to really define the eyebrow while still keeping it relatively natural looking, but it's just going to be more intense than just a regular pencil. So if you prefer a more natural look, I would definitely maybe recommend skipping this step, but I like my brows to be on point, so I go the extra mile, but it's all up to you what you're more comfortable with. But I just like to go through with the spoolie to get everything all nice and clean, and then I use a Q-tip to clean up any messes that I may have made. And now to sculpt them out, we're going to use concealer. I'm using the MAC Pro Longwear in NW20, but you could use your foundation or any other concealer of your choice. But I'm going to take a flat brush, and I'm just going to very lightly and carefully sculpt out the bottom and top of my brows. This is going to really, really set the look. It's going to make your brows look more flawless. It's going to conceal any hairs that you might have, and it's also going to give a more sculpted, polished look, which is what we're obviously going for. So I just like to kind of sculpt them out, and then you could use a beauty blender or your finger to blend out this concealer, but I'm going to use a beauty blender. And remember, with everything else, just take your time with this. You don't want to accidentally get the concealer in your brow hairs. So just be patient and be very careful in sculpting them out. But this really is going to give an overall cleaner, more precise look. So that's why I like to do this. And then after you're done with that, then we'll move on to highlighting. All right, for highlighting under the brow, you have a couple options. You could use something like this from Milani. This is the Brow and Eye highlighter. And then my other favorite is MAC Nylon, which is that one. And then Venus from the Urban Decay Naked Basics. And then my favorite, along with the MAC Nylon, is this Bella Chiffon by Milani in the color Champagne. I think that's what it was. But they are very, very, very similar in color, and I love them both. But I'm going to use the Milani one, and I'm just going to put that under my brow. And you could do this as intense or as light as you would like, but I'm just doing it just normal. But like I said, you can choose. You could also use a white eyeshadow as well. That's always an option. If I want just like a clear brow gel, I'm going to go with the Anastasia Beverly Hills clear brow gel, and it's just got this kind of wand. I also have it in the tinted color Caramel. It really just depends on what kind of mood I'm in though for this one. And then Milani has one, and I have it, but I can't find it anywhere, and it's really good too. Sonia Kashuk also has one. This one, but this one's almost so expensive that you might as well just get a higher end one. But my absolute favorite, mostly because of the color, is the Benefit Gimme Brow. I always turn stuff upside down. The Benefit, is it still upside down? Oh, I had it right the way, first way. The Benefit Gimme Brow, and this is in the shade Light Medium, and I love this because this is like really a taupey color. So I'm just going to use this to go back through and kind of lay down my brows. I'm going to use this to set them, and this also gives them a little bit extra color that just makes them the right shade for me. But you just want to follow the way that your hairs naturally go. That way it looks more natural. And these are the completed brows. I absolutely love my brows. I am the happiest place right now with them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial on how to create them. And until next time, bye guys.